Let me bring in Carmen Best, who's a retired Seattle police chief and an MSNBC law enforcement analyst. And Carmen, look, because you've been a police chief, you know how this works, and talk about the role of local police. There will be other folks who come in. We know the county sheriffs came in. We heard from the police chief there that state officials or state law enforcement responded as well. But and we touched on this again before. I would imagine that one of the first orders of business, if they indeed have identified who they believe this shooter is, that they are looking for his parents. They are looking to see, did he have a gun? How old was he? Was it his family's gun? Talk to us from the local law enforcement perspective.
Yeah, Chris, as you know, this is one of those situations where it is all hands on deck, multiple law enforcement responding. They will be ferreting out all the information that they can, as has been mentioned by Tom Winter and Jim Kavanaugh. They'll be looking at for motive, what happened. Did this student or this juvenile exhibit any characteristics that would lead people to believe that something like this might occur? For the officers, for all of the faculty, for all the students, it's a tragic day. As you know, again, many officers are responding. Many have family and friends, cousins, other people that are of this age. And so it's also a very personal thing for people who are responding. And they're feeling a great deal of empathy and angst to get in there, to take care of the situation. It's always very traumatic. A lot of happening. As we know, some of the information changed early on. I've been there myself as a former chief, where you're getting different details coming in. You're trying to be as accurate as possible and also as timely as possible. So sometimes things can get confused in that transition. But again, the response is going to be acute to something like this. And again, it's just a tragedy that we're seeing once again, another school shooting where people end up dead.
We were talking about motive as well, as you noted, Carmen, and I'm reminded that it was I think it had to be less than 2 weeks ago, we were reporting, unfortunately, about a shooting. I think it was Oroville, California, and two little kids. They were kindergartners, I think 5 and 6, were shot at a school affiliated with the Seventh-day Adventists. And similar situation. The shooter died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but police, as they were doing their investigation, were looking into whether or not the motive might be tied to that religion, to what authorities believe was something to do with that denomination. In particular, the words hate crime were used. Again, there's no prosecution because this person died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. But here we are again at another Christian school. If you go on the website, it says that the Christian Life School is, founded, their curriculum is founded on the Bible. So is that something that they would be immediately think to look at, is whether or not it had something to do with the church, with the faith that is wrapped up in this school that is kindergarten through 12?
Well, absolutely. I mean, every possibility will be looked at. So that's just one of the possibilities, one of many that they'll consider. They'll leave no stone unturned in figuring out what happened, including interviewing family and friends and others to figure out what happened here. It's hard to say because it's too early on, but that certainly is a possibility that will be looked at, as well as any other possibility about what would drive a young person to do something like this.